एक लैंडस्लाइड हुई है.
Hey everyone, I want to show you something today. This is a monstrosity of a landslide, but that is not the only problem because the aftermath of the landslide is now threatening as many as 7 villages with complete destruction. If you remember what happened in Switzerland in Blatten this year, this is worse. This is 3 times bigger than Blatten. This is a massive landslide that is over 4 miles long. Blatten was 1.3 miles, like 6 point something kilometers here and 2.1 kilometers in Blatten, and it's also twice as wide. And what you see here is the mountain has been stripped from the forest completely, and the whole mountain has come down in this massive landslide. And that landslide has dammed a river, has formed a lake, and a dam has formed, and now this dam is about to overflow, and they estimate that this could be in a few days, in a time frame from now till mid-October. And the maximum potential impact of this disaster is how they call it already, shows that it will affect 7 villages in 3 townships downstream. So why is this not dissolving like it did in Blatten? Lake Blatten, they called it, that buried the rest of the village that was still standing after the massive landslide. Because this seems to be a different material. Guys, very, very interesting. Let's have a closer look into this. I know you will be very interested in it. And if you like what you see, guys, give this video an early like and an early hype. That's a new function of YouTube. Put your comments to the side and click the hype button. Thank you for that. And now let's look at the Matai'an landslide. This is how it's called in Taiwan. A vast mountain forest area has been stripped completely bald, and a landslide lake has formed in the Matai'an river. And overflow from that dam, this natural dam, could occur around mid-October. You see the areas, how massive, how long this landslide was going, even over hilltops and then down again. Why did this happen? A typhoon was happening in July, on July 21st, and the outer circulation of the typhoon that was called Wipa has caused this massive landslide in a state-owned forest land upstream of the Matai'an River in Wanrong township in Hualien in Taiwan, and that has resulted in this massive amount of debris that is blocking the river, and that has formed this barrier lake. The Hualien branch of the Forestry and Conservation Administration has assessed the maximum potential impact area based on the overflow dam at full water level. And this includes the Matai'an River Bridge on the Provincial Highway 9 that is downstream from that, public and private river defense facilities, and settlements along the river, at least 7 villages. And this area covers the Mingili village and the Wanrong township, the Dama village, the Daping village, the Dongfu village in the Guangfu township, as well as the Kangkwai village, the Dayong village, and the Shaanxing village in the Fanglin township. So this will have widespread consequences. And you see pictures of the experts that are trying to assess this. That's why they said this incident is of great importance, and we have to approach this with caution. So they have issued an alert right now. So now they're working on disaster prevention, basically. They have instructed relevant units to speed up emergency evacuation drills to protect the lives of the county residents. So it seems they're not doing a preemptive evacuation right now. So the latest survey results, and they're over a month old, from the Hualien branch office that they conducted on August 7, the lake was currently covering roughly 100 acres, 47 hectares, and has a water storage capability of already 22.88 million cubic meters. And they think at full level, it will hold 86 million cubic meters. That's a lot. And it has a backwater length of 1,770 meters, roughly 1.3 miles. And that is estimated to almost double when it's full. At full level, they think it will be approximately 2,900 meters, 2.1 miles. And it will also have a large height difference of approximately 80 meters between the lake's surface and the overflow outlet. So plans are currently underway. They're trying to install water level gauges, rain gauges, and monitoring equipment on site to really facilitate real-time monitoring of this water level to be able to have an emergency response. And they also say, public and tourists, please stay away. Don't enter the Matai'an riverbed and the surrounding river channels right now and in the near future to avoid potential risks. So this was and is an extremely large event, and the USGS could also measure seismic waves that were coming from this massive, we have to call it like a mountain collapse, and a width of 1.3 miles. That is crazy. The location where it is, it's steep and rugged, and you can see if you look at Google Earth pictures how steep this is. And the area that is affected by this landslide or rock avalanche or whatever we want to call this is very steep. That's why it was probably going that far. It was high-speed landslide, so to speak. The problem is, if we look at satellite images, this part of Taiwan is very cloudy, so clouds are often in the way when we look at these satellite images, but I think we can still see what a scar this landslide has produced. This is a large-scale event, the long run out and the large amount of dust that has also been put on the adjacent slopes. I mean, we have seen this in Matia'an as well, but it comes down and then it puts material and debris even uphill in the valley. And also I want to show you the slider of the before and after images of the landslide. Crazy. Absolutely crazy what a scar this has put. And this is the largest landslide in Taiwan for a long time. They had the Hualien rock avalanche and the Chiofengershan rock avalanche that were triggered by an earthquake, by the Chichi earthquake in 1999. But the runoff of this landslide, as huge as it is, seems to be larger than both of the other landslides combined. This is an exceptional landslide, as experts are calling it. And this landslide might evolve even further because Taiwan will be affected by more intensive rain that might lubricate everything again and maybe move it. Then after the landslide, another typhoon happened, Typhoon Podul, which had a huge impact on the lake that was created by this massive landslide. The lake has now grown considerably. So although the overtopping of the lake is expected in October, it could occur even sooner if more heavy rainfall occurs. The lake continues to fill as we speak. And the landslide is also evolving with time. To show you the difference, two pictures, one satellite picture taken on July 21st and one taken on August 18th, you can see that after this heavy rainfall, after Typhoon Podul, The most obvious change is that the lake is now considerably larger than before, and this will only continue and has continued up until today. So we're very close to a maximum disaster. Some of the dust that has settled in the valleys around the landslide you see on the satellite image has been washed away by the rain, but that has no impact on the impending disaster. But the landslide deposit has evolved because of the water. More rocks have been crashed down, more failures on the rock slides from the rear scarp of the landslide. So the deposit really has become larger. And more smaller lakes have also appeared on the landslide. And the largest, they're not insignificant. The largest of these new lakes is roughly like 330 feet long and 400 feet wide, 450 feet, so big. So the government has authorized on August 14th the development of an evacuation plan. So let me know, guys, shouldn't they evacuate right now? After this typhoon, the lake has already reached 43% of its storage capacity. So if there's no further rainfall, it's likely to be in October. If there's more rainfall, we could see it soon. So I hope you liked this video, guys, and subscribe so that you can receive update about this developing disaster, because the landslide happened in an area that was not densely populated. But when that massive amount of water is overtopping, and once it starts overtopping, it could destroy that dam, wash it out. So if more water comes down at once, that could even be more catastrophic, guys. Thank you for watching. If you want to fill me up with coffee to keep me going, it's greatly appreciated. Thank you for everyone who's doing this. Check the link in the description underneath the video player, buymeacoffee.com/silky. And thank you for your supers, guys. Thanks for supporting the channel with a membership that you can get if you click the join button. You're getting behind the scenes stuff of my private life. And I hope to see you soon in one of the next videos, because interesting stuff has happened in Campi Flegrei, for example, but also check out these other videos. I see you in one of them in a second. Bye.